What's up everybody? Today I'm just going to go through some quick benchmarks of the new Mac Mini with an Intel i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of storage for those of you who might be interested in picking one up. Most reviews out there tend to focus on the highest end decked out versions of any given product, and information on a middle of the road model like this one is a little bit harder to come by. So that's why I'm making this video today. This Mac Mini's processor sits in the middle of 3 options that are available. On the low end is an i3 quad-core processor, and on the high end is a 6-core i7 processor with hyperthreading. Since we're right here in the middle, we have an i5 6-core processor with no hyperthreading. I'll be using a camera to film my monitor for a few of the tests because doing a screen recording with software like OBS will use computer resources that will end up skewing the results of the benchmarks. First up is Cinebench, which is going to stress the CPU to the max. While the benchmarks are running, I have Intel Power Gadget and Max Fan Control up so that you can see different stats like the CPU power draw, speed, temperature, utilization, and fan speed. Note that the fan speed settings were left at stock, so what you're seeing is the original fan speed curve that's set by Apple. On this run, the Mac Mini scored 2,259 points. I don't know what that means, but you can go ahead and compare this score with what other people have reported online for this and any other platforms that you might be interested in. Next is Unigine Heaven, which will max out the internal GPU of the Mac Mini. As you can probably see, the Mac Mini is not doing too well with its benchmark because the internal GPU just doesn't have enough power to keep up. Even with a benchmark set to very modest settings, the Mini cannot get anywhere near the 60 FPS that's considered the bare minimum for gaming. Then again, most people already know that the Mac is not the preferred platform for gaming. In any case though, here are the results. I also went ahead and ran the Unigine Valley benchmark, and these were the results. Now after seeing that, if by chance you're still thinking of gaming on this machine, you know that you're definitely going to need an eGPU as the internal graphics just won't cut it. Since the Mac is well loved by photo and video editors, here's the Bruce X benchmark. This benchmark just uses a Final Cut Pro project with a bunch of effects. You then export out the project to a file and see how long it takes. First up, we're going to do a H.264 export, which is probably what the majority of folks out there are using. This export took about 65 seconds. Now, some of you might be making use of ProRes, so here's an example using a ProRes 422 export. And this time the export took about 57 seconds. Again, these numbers might not mean much by themselves, but what I'm hoping is that you can take this information and then compare it to results that other people have shown on different systems so that you can make your purchase decision. Last, I'll test the SSD performance with the Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. Here we just test the write and read speeds of the SSD to see what type of media the disk is going to be able to handle. And as you can see there, we have check marks in all the boxes and all the numbers are in green, which means that basically this SSD is ready for just about anything you can throw at it. And that's going to be it for the benchmarks today. I'm planning on upgrading the RAM to 32 GB soon, so when the RAM gets here, I'll go ahead and make another video to show you any performance differences. I think that more information is always nice when you're trying to make a purchase decision, so I hope that the info in this video was helpful to some of you. Thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.